If you
Starting.
did.
We are live, I think.
Oh, yes, Mum.
We're going to start a live stream. Yes, Mom.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, guys, as you can see, I am back, this time with a guest. Someone who actually can guide me through this crap. Anyways, I hope everything's coming through okay, and yeah, go away, please. So, we're going to try this again and answer some lovely questions, guys. I promised you guys a Q&A for 700 subs. Mark, feel free to talk if you want to. I don't care if you
I'm
talk or anything.
I'm going to. I'm just checking your. I'm checking any live comments come in.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna start with the
How,
short.
how many questions did you get?
Oh God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, I think
Oh
we're
my.
pretty good.
Oh.
It's okay. We're just gonna start with the short answer questions first.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't mind sharing this to other places, Mark, that's fine. Oh, one viewer.
That's me. That's me. I just liked it.
Like, share it to Twitter or anything. I don't care.
Yeah. It automatically goes to Twitter when I click on like.
Ah,
That's
okay.
That's good.
Well, this will go on YouTube anyways.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's get on to it. Asked by Emil, do you like bananas? Uh, uh,
I am banana.
the answer to this is kind of yes and no, because when I was little, I loved bananas, loved them. But the thing with it is that as I grew up, I didn't start to like bananas because the acid in them, I guess, made my throat itch, my mouth itch. I don't know what was up with it. It was just, I don't know. As I grew, I just didn't come to like bananas. Now, there is a certain way I will eat bananas, and that is through banana nut bread because it's to die for. It's definitely the best
What about a milkshake?
milkshake. If it's ice cream or anything like Laffy Taffy, anything like that, yeah, I'll eat it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, like fresh, real bananas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, there's that question. Next question. Asked by the Autistic Pony, what is your proudest slash favorite product to have ever worked on? That is pretty simple, and it wasn't my favorite thing to work on, but my proudest project is by far Reborn. It is the thing that made my channel go like boop, 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 boop. It went up in subscribers, in likes, in views. That was really the thing that made my channel pop. It made it go up, and that is still getting a lot of views. And wow,
I
yeah,
think it is more. I think it went up because of the Rainbow Factory reference.
right.
Yeah.
And it's just my proudest. It's my proudest thing. It wasn't my favorite thing to work on because when I was working on it, oh my god, the editing process was a nightmare. Over 20 tracks of audio screen. Jesus criminy.
And my reaction to that video.
Yeah, chapter 5. That was funny. Anyways, that is probably my proudest. It wasn't my favorite, but it was my proudest by far. My favorite one, I really don't have a favorite. Seeing, well, there is actually a favorite, and Mark's probably going to slap me for this. Oh my god. Twilight's First. That was my favorite to work favorite to work on because it was so easy. It had no sound effects except for what the voice actor provided. I only if you're 18 or older would you know this story. It's one of
Yeah,
those things. Yeah.
and plushy.
Anyway, on to the next question. As by Moon Hunter Productions, aka Jade Hunter, yeah. Have I shown any interest in voice acting prior to YouTube?
Ooh,
No. The reason why is because I had no idea what voice acting was before YouTube. Before My Little
yeah,
Pony, I had no idea what voice acting was. I had heard of acting. I had heard of voicing. I had never heard of voice acting. But no, I never actually showed interest in voice acting, and I never actually really showed interest in voice acting at all until a certain rant on YouTube led to the Bluebird voice. Oh my god. Fucking hell, man. Oh, that voice is just douchey. And I've also got Stutch because Stutch was fun to voice. And then I also got Golem. The process! They took the process from us!
yeah. That
I don't
voice
know
was
what that sounded like.
that was Reborn, wasn't it? That was Reborn.
Reborn was just me talking.
Yeah, but it was
Absentia was a certain type of voice. She was actually pitched up to sound more like a woman. More like a rough and tough woman, actually.
yeah, not my Pinkie Pie voice.
But no. But no, I never actually showed any interest in voice acting because I had no idea what it was. I didn't know that Tara Strong voice acted some of my more big characters of my childhood, like Bubbles. What's the one from the Rugrats? Oh my gosh,
Chucky?
Thomas said it. Thomas said it earlier.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh my god, I don't remember. Whatever his name was. So yeah, Bubbles, her, him, Raven from the Teen Titans. I had a crush on her, even though she's got pretty emotional issues. If she doesn't control her emotions, she goes buku. But definitely one of my favorite cartoons of the old days. Oh, we got another viewer.
That's good.
I can't see the live chat, so I don't know if anybody's asking anything.
Not yet. I'm looking on it now.
Also, feel free to ask any questions if you want. Okay, next up, Asked by Disney Heart 5463, aka who was she? Who did she play? Velvet from Loomis Rarity. How long have I liked MLP? Well, I got into it during the season 5 hiatus, so that was in 2015, so a little over a year now. No, 2 years.
I'm close. I'm over 2 years now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am a little over 2 years now. So yeah, pretty simple. Next question. Do I like coffee or tea and why? Asked by Mr. Square, I believe it was. Coffee, because coffee's awesome. Tea, the only kind of tea that I will actually drink is iced tea because it's sweet. Regular tea, no, I don't like it. Coffee is my drink that I need in the morning, at night, in the afternoon. It's my drink.
Yeah.
And
Before you go.
Mark would agree with me here.
Yeah.
Because Mark is a huge coffee drinker.
Yeah.
So, yep, coffee definitely is my big drink. And same person asks, where do I see myself in 9 years? Well, let's see, I'll be 31 at that time, so I'm really hoping to be married, have a wife, and at least 2 kids. Hopefully a boy and a girl. Or 2 boys. That'd be fine. Because at 31 years old, I want to, have my own life. Even though this house that I'm sitting in has been entitled to me, so this is my house. This is my house and my house only. Until they go. I'm not saying anything. No. It's just I want to have that chance to get married, have kids, carry on my name. I'm not going to say my real name because, yeah. Uh, so Mark, watch yourself. Okay, anyways. Oh, the next question's from Mark. Okay. Asked by Mark Hyder. What is harder, reading a story or editing a story? I think we all know this answer. Editing, because the efforts that go into editing, the work, the patience, the music you have to listen to without losing your mind. It's just so much more work. It takes 5 hours. That's about how long it takes me to edit a story fully, about 5 hours, depending on the length. Like the last part to Loomis Rarity, that was 42 minutes in length, and I did not expect it to be that long at all. The only reason I was able to get it done in such a short time was because there wasn't very many sound effects to it or anything like that. Mostly music and just adding in like the sound samples, which is oh my god, so hard. And reading a story, it can be hard. It can be hard, especially if you come to like a word like Loomis Rarity. This was a huge problem, huge. I mean, the main word, one of the main words in the story, Masochism. That one was so hard for me to remember how to say. I would have to either go to Cortana or Google Translate and have them, help me out, even though they're just artificial intelligence. So, yep, definitely editing is harder. Next up, asked by Thomas Madam. Why is my OC black-bodied and the main is gray? This is actually a pretty good question because there is actually an answer to it. The reason my OC's body and mane are black and gray is because it represents his past. And if you guys don't know Inky Hearts' background story, it is not a good one. It's a very sad and very messed up story. Basically, Inky Hearts had a hard childhood. Like, the police ponies actually came in, raped his mother, and killed her. So he basically used his telekinesis to kill them. And then as he was growing up, he developed telepathy. If you don't know what that is, that's the ability to read minds. And when he discovers it, basically, he can hear every freaking mind in the town that he lives in. So just imagine yourself hearing everybody's thoughts in a highly populated town. That would be a nightmare. And there is some happy parts in his life, but it's mostly sad. I'm really debating on writing a sequel, but that's why he is black and gray. It just represents his personality and his life. It is not a good life, and it's just a sad and tragic story. Anyways, next. Let's see. We got any short answer questions? Let's see. Okay. Dodringo64 asks, what's my ideal episode for My Little Pony, and what would I like to see from the show that has not been shown? My ideal episodes would have to definitely be the Cutie Mark Chronicles and Crusaders of the Lost Mark. They are the ones that represent me the most. Because here's the reason why Cutie Mark Chronicles is so ideal to me. When I lived in another town, like miles from here, what happened was basically a friend that I made in this town lived there. But we did not know it. And we became friends later on, and we just sat down and talked one day. He lived less than a block from us in the other town. That was crazy. So we had a friendship before we even knew it. And the Cutie Mark Chronicles, that's what the episode is about. The main six developed a friendship before they even knew it. And it was all because of that pony right there, her Sonic Rainbow, which is actually pretty cool. That's why I like that episode. Now, Crusaders of the Lost Mark. This episode is so ideal to me because for 6 goddamn years of my life, I was bullied ruthlessly. If you guys don't know, I have epilepsy, and everybody thought it was like a disease that could be caught, but no, it's a disability that can only be held by the user, the one that's stuck with it. So I was I was basically called every single name in the book that you could possibly imagine. I was physically bullied, mentally bullied. It was hell. But guess what? I got something out of it. I got strength. And all of those bullies that used to bully me, most of them, became my friends. Because little tiny Sparrow, who was only about 5'5" when these assholes were bullying me, grew to be a 6'2" giant. Now, these people are looking up at me and basically knowing, oh shit, don't mess with him. So all those enemies became my friends. Now, I don't blame some of them for basically, being cruel and mean. It's kind of like what happened with Diamond Tiara. Diamond Tiara was only the way she was because of her freaking bitch ass mother, spoiled milk. She was cruel. She led her daughter the wrong way. It was just so ideal to my life. I mean, I don't blame those people for having terrible parents with wrong ways of leading their kids. And so all of my bullies, most of my bullies, became my friends rather than my enemies. And that's basically what happens in it. And as a result, the Q Mark Crusaders get cutie marks. What did I gain out of those experiences? Strength. If you guys know anything about me, if I get a hater on my YouTube channel, I don't back down. I don't. I usually go right to them and say, you know what, you're not gonna pull this crap on my turf. You're going to get your game played right back at you. I basically comment back and play their own little game right back at them and just let them know, this is me. This is my channel. You're not going to come on and try to spam me. So I gained strength out of it, and I'm able to just tell a hater, screw you, I don't give a shit, fuck off, and walk away. So that's literally what I gained out of those experiences of being bullied. It wasn't fun, but I gained something out of it. The Cutie Mark Crusaders gained their cutie marks out of it, which was the best episode of season 5. Me and Mark were both crying and just happy. And it's helped me in my life, and I wouldn't be who I am without those experiences. It's like they say, even if you are having like a really crummy life, you'll get something out of it eventually. Anyways, next question, it comes from Dusky Novel. What's better, Silent Ponyville 2 or Puppet Tour Fame? If you don't know what these are, they're two grim darks. And I think I have the concept of what both of them are about. Silent Ponyville 2, basically, it's pretty simple. It's a Silent Hill version of My Little Pony. And I have listened to Lost reading of that, and it's pretty damn well written. Very good, because, hello, Lost narrator. A Puppet Tour Fame, I know that was written by Scribbler, but I have never actually read it or listened to it, because it's so damn long. But A Puppet Tour Fame, I have a feeling, I think it's about Octavia having a cursed instrument or something. I think her cello is like cursed. I believe it is. Anyways, I believe that's what it is. They're both well written, but if I have to say which one's better, I have to give it to Silent Ponyville 2. The reason why is because if you've ever watched or seen like the Silent Hill games, you'll know it's all about puzzles, riddles, and having to obtain certain things from certain places, like hospitals. The hospital is normally where you have to go in every stinking game, and I hate hospitals, especially haunted hospitals. So the way that Silent Ponyville is written so well, Silent Ponyville 2, it's basically Fluttershy's quest and it has to deal with her mother who has cancer apparently, gathering memories, collecting memories, trying to, I don't know, I haven't made it to the end yet. The only part that I've made it to is part 5 of the Lost Narrator's reading. I don't know what chapter it is, but I think we got a long way to go. So, yeah, Silent Ponyville 2 to me is better because I know more about it and it's more well written in just a better way. A Puppet Tour Fame I really don't know much about, so I can't say that it's better because I don't know much about it. Okay, next. Next question comes from DJ Scratch. Have I ever thought of animating my stories? Yes, I have. There was one point when I wanted to actually download Source Filmmaker and try to edit, or not, edit, and try to animate Reborn. And at first, it was a pretty good idea, but I decided to just no, because I'm not good at animation. And after seeing some of the ways that Source Filmmaker works, it's a pain in the ass.
It's hard.
Yes, exactly. So I've tried to get with animators before, but nah, I'll stick to writing them because writing is more my genre and it's more my cup of tea, or should I say my cup of coffee. Anyways, so yes, I have actually thought about animating my stories, but I've kind of abandoned the idea. Okay, so now comes the longer answer questions. So let's get started. Okay, so the first one is how and when did I get into MLP? This is asked by Mewtwo Tour. Okay. This is a long question. Or a long answer. This is a long ass answer. Okay, first I've already told you when I got into it. Fucking hell. I got into it during the season 5 hiatus, which was 2015. Now, how I got into it. Well, I was in a Facebook chat group, and basically what happened was I saw a friend post something like, "Have you seen the latest episode of My Little Pony or MLP?" And I said, "What the hell does MLP stand for?" So they say it's My Little Pony, and I said, "Oh, I know what that is. That's a toy line." Because I didn't know what G1, G2, G3, or G4 even was. I didn't know there was even a cartoon, to be honest. I didn't. I knew nothing about My Little Pony except for the toy line. I'd seen the adverts multiple times in the past, in the present. Oh God, Mark, don't even think about it. So I get on fan fiction, and at the time, I am actually more into Alvin and the Chipmunks fan fiction. And I get a friend on there. His name is Henry101, and he tells me, if you like Alvin and the Chipmunks, you'd love MLP. The characters are very similar in many ways. So, of course, I played the tough guy game like, nah, it's a show for girls, I'm too tough for this. I'm not going to do this. But then I start to get more interested with the friend that posted the comment that started it all. She tells me more about stuff. So I started doing some research on Rainbow Dash because Rainbow Dash is one I took a liking to, as you can see. And pretty much where that went was I tried looking her up on Wikipedia. I tried doing research on every bit that I could find of her, and there was nothing. There wasn't even anything about her being the element of loyalty. Nothing. I'm not kidding. There was nothing. So basically what I had to do is I had to turn to watching an episode, which was The Lost Treasure of Griffinstone, seeing I saw her in the thumbnail. Yeah, not a good episode to choose. All I got from that episode was that Griffins are jerks, Griffins are greedy jerks, and Pinky is infatuated with sweet stuff, and apparently can do some weird stuff. Anyways, so yeah, after that, I'm like, okay, what next? So then I get into a gameplay of Markiplier playing an an SCP containment breach MLP mod, which it's about the insane ponies. It's all about the main six as their evil creepypasta forms, which I had no idea about who they were, what they did, what fanfics they were from. The only dark fanfiction I had ever heard of was Rainbow Factory. And all I knew about was that it had something to do with the rainbow streams that came out of the Weather Factory being composed of ponies. So I'm like, oh, lovely. So I watched the game play, and immediately, once I saw Rainbow Dash covered in blood, I'm like, that's a cool pony. I don't know what the heck was going on in my mind that made me think that, but I don't know. It was just cool to me. And I didn't know that I was actually a horror fanatic all along in this. So I get to watching the show. And first thing I see Nightmare Moon, I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell? What? Seriously, what the heck? Here I am thinking, My Little Pony, girl show, meant for kids, not teenagers. I didn't know what a brony was even, or anything. I mean, I thought brony was like a misspelling of brownie. That's what I really thought it was. So I was completely confused. And Mark, feel free to talk if you want to put some input. So, Nightmare Moon really surprised me. I found her cool looking and scary. I found her even scary because, yeah, in this show, I am not expecting this villain that wants to dusk eternal darkness upon Equestria. I mean, I was expecting something along the lines of, oh, I don't know, unicorns dancing on rainbows or something like that. I'm completely confused. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll watch the next episode. So I watched the next episode, and of course, I get sucked in. So I keep watching and watching and watching and watching. And the entire time I'm watching these seasons, I'm thinking, where is Twilight's wings? Seriously, I know I saw them in The Last Treasure of Griffinstone, so where the hell are her wings? And so then we get to season 3, and I'm like, oh, there they are. She had to earn them. And then I was completely confused, why was season 3 cut so short? I mean, I'm looking for the next episode and all that crap, and nothing. Eventually, I learned, I had to do it was because of the Equestria Girls movie. So then I get into watching Equestria Girls because my friend told me, my friend of fanfiction told me, you'd like it. So I gave it a shot, and I liked it. I found Sunset Shimmer's character pretty interesting. I found the humans okay. I didn't really care for the design. I mean, they look more like aliens to me than anything. But that's just kind of where that went. Then I watched Rainbow Rocks and all that stuff. Didn't care for it very much. I know I'm probably the weird one for not liking Rainbow Rocks the most. I mean, everybody's favorite movie is freaking Rainbow Rocks, and it's my least favorite because the sirens were just very, very predictable. I mean, I'm like, that's those things from Greek mythology. That's the sirens. That was so easy to predict. So I just get in there and, I keep watching into season 4, and then comes the ultimate thing that made me into a brony. I get to the season 4 finale, part 2. Then I see Gohan versus Super Perfect Cell cross into My Little Pony with Tyrek versus Twilight. I'm like, oh, okay. Dropping every bit of grief that I have left, I am done. I am a brony. I don't give a crap what anybody thinks. I basically became a brony off that battle because that was fucking awesome. I mean, you're crossing Dragon Ball Z into My Little Pony with something that looks like it should be in an anime, not in a freaking cartoon intended for kids. I was totally like, what? And then the ending tune, I like the ending tune. Then we get to the season 5 hiatus, of course, and season 5 was pretty good to me. I liked Do Princess's Dream Magical Sheep. I liked what was the one? Mending Fences. That was a good one. And pretty much that's when I met Mark. It was during the season 5 hiatus when I met Mark. How I met Mark was because I was writing fan fiction on fan fiction, and I wanted him to do readings of it. Still hasn't happened to this day, but I can understand why. So I basically start talking to him, get into a Skype call, and I see his pony collection behind his chair. I'm like, whoa, okay. I'm
Well,
talking to a professional here.
it was for the it was for from the group, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Brony Hub. On
Yeah.
the internal thing.
You do have some messages on your on your live show, by the way.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, do I have any questions that I need to answer?
Not questions, but it wants someone wants me to play the Markiplier game.
Okay, I don't. I can't see the live chat right now. Saying, yeah. So, anyways, where was I?
Have you?
Oh yeah, I was meeting you. So
Oh yeah.
I get talking more and more to Mark, and we just start playing little games with each other. Start playing, guess what episode this is from by putting an image and all that stuff, and we
Yeah.
become friends.
Little picture.
And then I meet his friend, and they asked me to join in on their episode reactions, like the reactions to the actual episodes. And this is when we're coming back to season 5.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll join. So I didn't join in until the main attraction, I believe. I think that was the first one I reacted to with you guys. Yeah, it was. Because it came after What About Discord?
Oh,
The one episode to me that does not make sense.
I watched that yesterday again. I still didn't enjoy it.
I know, right? So pretty much I started reacting to it with them, and I've enjoyed it ever since. I mean, there's some episodes that I dislike. There's some that I love. Best episode of season 5 was definitely Crusaders of the Lost Mark by far. And yeah, that's basically how I got into My Little Pony. It was a lot of stepping stones. But the season 4 finale was definitely the big one. That was the big one.
Yeah.
So, next up.
So that's the episode everyone hates. The worst episode ever, according to Thomas.
Wait, what?
That was the episode was everyone hates. What about Discord? The worst episode ever.
It is kind of the bad episode because it makes no sense. There's no moral. Anyways.
I first heard Mark from the Lost Unknown Cutie Mark. Oh really?
Okay.
Wow.
Next question is okay. The next question I'm going to put is by 2 people because they're connected.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so the first is by RobMaster64. What inspired me to do fanfic readings? And the other one is by Agent Fluffy. What got me into Grimdarks and what made me interested? Well, the answer to both of those is the Lost Narrator. Okay, so there's a long, long story behind this. So basically how I got into fanfic readings was just, well, I didn't actually get into fanfic readings until I started reacting to Lost Narrator's content. I didn't know who the Lost Narrator was. I didn't know how famous she was. I didn't know what she was famous for. I just randomly reacted to one of her videos, which the first one was Rainbow Factory. And I was completely lost. No pun intended. I was completely like, what? I remember the Rainbow Factory being about something like, the ponies in the rainbow streams, but wow, that was graphic. That was literally my reaction to it. And I kind of despised the dark side for a while, but I didn't hate it by any means. So then I react to another reading by her called Butterflies. And that was the first freaking reaction where I actually almost upchucked. Because it was just, if you don't know me and Bugs, we don't get along. That one part where freaking Rainbow Dash's head gets completely abominated by freaking bugs, larvae coming out of her freaking scalp.
That's very bugging.
See? And that was just one reaction that I'll never forget. But at the same time, I was thinking, how much effort goes into this, and the fact that it can make me, want to upchuck that's pretty damn good. So, and I was still into more into reactions back then. I wasn't even into readings yet. I had written a few fan fictions and all that crap, and so I decided to test my horror limits. Because I knew I listened to Cupcakes first. Cupcakes wasn't reacted to though. I listened to that just randomly, and what came out of that was just what the fuck, man. What the fuck am I listening to? It totally threw me off guard. But I just basically watched Cupcakes, Rainbow Factory, and Butterflies, and I really became fond of the Lost Narrator. I found her content disturbing, yet impressive. It was just a strange feeling that got to me. So what came next? Bittersweet Apple Acres. That was what came next. And this fic was to test, can I actually surpass or come close to Rainbow Factory and Cupcakes? Well, I wrote it, and a lot of people hated it, and a lot of people liked it. Some people were like, what the fuck, man, this is fucking messed up, go to fucking hell, like that. While others were like, this belongs up in the categories with Rainbow Factory and Cupcakes. And I kind of agree it does. It's a demented fic about It's a demented fic about Applejack literally torturing a pony to death, raping, and then sending them through a grinder to siphon their blood and use it in an applesauce. Yeah, pretty graphic. So, anyways, I decided to do a reading of it because I wanted to kind of follow in the Lost Narrator and see if I could pull it off. And I'd always been into narration and reading and writing. I had always been best at that. So I publish it. It's all fucked up, and the audio is just completely off, and I don't know what happened. It was something during the rendering process that just screwed it up. I don't know what messed it up, but hey, that's how Derpy was created. So basically, I went with that and even made a video explaining why I wrote it so people would understand. So the reading kind of goes a week without comments, and then I start getting comments like, this is good, this is awesome, this belongs up there with the top creepypastas. And I'm like, wow, people actually like this. So I tried narrating some of the ones that I got into narration then. So then I started trying to narrate more, family friendly stuff. They don't get anywhere as many views as, the dark content is. So I go back to doing more dark content. I can't remember what came next. Oh yeah, it was for a friend. It was for a friend on a film fiction. I can't remember his name. Oh yeah, Game Boy Brony. I I can't remember the name of the fic at the moment. It moves below it moves below or something like that. I can't remember. It's basically about Marble Pie running from the Tremors, which, yeah, the movie about the giant worm things in the ground. And he loved it. He loved every bit of it. And I was really surprised. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. People are actually, saying this is awesome. And so I turned more to doing darker stuff. And so one day I just kind of am randomly browsing the internet, and I come across Scribbler's reading of Awoken. Well, she actually didn't read it. It was more from the Pegasus' point of view. But then I started listening to that, and I even reacted to it. But then my hard drive crashed on my other computer. It died, and yeah, rip computer. So that basically happened, and yep, I lost every bit of the content. But still, I enjoyed the reading. But the ending really pissed me off. Oh! I mean, seriously. That Pegasus had the chance to kill her. Right there. He could have killed her. But no, he has to throw the spare card. So she kills him. Along with the filly that I escaped with him. I can't remember her name at the moment. So, yeah, it pissed me off a little bit. So I'm like, nope, 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 that's not how it's going to end. So that's where Reborn came from. So I wrote Reborn, and people loved it. I'm quickly figuring out, horror is my genre. Horror is my genre to go to. And so I just keep going with horror. Wrote Reborn, and wow, it's still getting views and comments and likes and some subscriptions from it. I mean, Mark reacted to the whole series in this episode, and chapter 5, man. Oh my god. That reaction was priceless. That reaction was priceless. But chapter 5 was definitely the hardest to edit, but also it was the best chapter because it has the twist in it, and it's just altogether a great story. A lot of people were kind of questioning, how it ended, and some named it the Rainbow Factory trilogy. First came Rainbow Factory, then came Awoken, and then came Reborn. Reborn had a happy ending, and it's a great story with dark twists and turns. So ever since then, I've just kind of been doing readings ever since. And if it wasn't for Scribbler if it wasn't for the Lost Narrator mainly, or Scribbler, if it wasn't for Scribbler, Reborn would have never been made. If it wasn't for the Lost Narrator, I would never started narrating. So a boatload of thanks to those two. Those two are the ones that helped me get to where I am now, along with you guys as well. So that is basically how the fanfic readings came along, and that's how I became interested in Grimdark, because I was good at it and started reacting to it, got more used to it, more fond of it, and yeah, it was a lot more easier to get used to. Now I can kind of sit through a reading without upchucking. But one animation that I can never watch without upchucking, Cupcakes HD. Nope, not happening. Smiley HD, sure, I can watch it any day, but freaking Cupcakes HD, no, too graphic.
I reacted to it.
That's pretty much that entire story right there, and it's really what helped my channel to grow. Like I said, I would rather save the longer answer questions for last. Now, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing any. Let's see.
Check your Skype messages.
I don't think so. Hi, Sweetie Belle.
Yeah, check your Skype messages.
Is this the live chat?
Yeah, not live chat. Yeah, that's coming from live chat. Yeah.
Comic dubs. Scribbler's comic dubs can be so saucy. Okay, hang on. Mewtwo tour. I know the person who made San Ponyville, Sam Rose. Scribbler's comic dubs can be so sussy. I agree, Thomas. I really do. Okay, next up. I'm trying to get out, or trying to scroll down nice and slow. Thank you, Mewtwo tour. It was a hard fic to do. It was a lot of work. And the reason why I voiced all the characters except for Rainbow Dash is because I really didn't have anybody to voice the characters at the time, and Scootaloo would have had a lot of lines, most of the narration. I mean, it was a lot of fun to do it, but it was also kind of a pain. I mean, especially the editing process was just a nightmare. I really wasn't expecting Reborn to pick up as high as it went. I really wasn't. But once I saw that it started getting a ton of views and positive reviews, I went forward with the story. A lot of people found the ending very, very, sad, but that's what I wanted to do. I like to write unique stories rather than narrating the same old, usual stuff that you would expect. I don't like doing that kind of stuff. That's why I really debated on doing Little Miss Rarity, because Little Miss Rarity is one of those creepypastas that has been done by almost every narrator on YouTube, except for the Lost Narrator and Scribbler and EmoGak and all that crap. Oh, and here's another thing that you guys might want to know, seeing I never finished reacting to the series. Something Sweet to Bite. Okay. I did finish watching it. But the thing is, it was disappointing. I really found it disappointing. At first, it was good. It was actually really good and was going on the right track. But as it went more into like parts 3, 4, however many parts there were, Something Sweet to Bite really started to disappoint me. I mean, it was just starting to get very predictable and just, I don't know, there was just something about it that I didn't like. It was very disappointing. And for that, that's kind of why I stopped reacting to it, because it was getting boring. I wasn't talking much in the reaction, I wasn't getting much of an impact from the reaction, and if I'm not getting any feeling from it, then I don't really want to upload something where I'm not really talking much. I mean,
Yeah.
Something Sweet About It wasn't horrible, it was just disappointing to me. That's it. It was just very, very, it was just disappointing. I found it very disappointing. That's why, one, I'm never going to read it, and it's just predictable, and the ending's weird. It was very weird when it had the way it ended. I still think Luna could have kicked her ass. Wait, what? You voiced Absentia? Barely noticed when I think back. Yes, I voiced Absentia. I voiced Scootaloo. I voiced the workers. The only character I did not voice was Rainbow Dash. That was voiced by oh shit, what was her name? Twidash for the win. Now, one reading I have seen you guys, well, some of you guys, one reading that I've really been seeing getting a lot of attention lately is my latest 18 plus fic. And that would be Sympathy Sex. That one is getting a lot of attention, and I think I know why. Because, keyword, Wooten. Wooten shared that reading to his channel in a playlist. So I think that's why that one is getting so many views. Altogether, that was a pretty fun fic. There was a ton of dialogue, but it was still a fun fic. Have you reacted to Truth Be Told read by Lost? Have I reacted to the friendship test? No, I did not actually react to the friendship test because of the length. The length was just, wow, way too long. For 54 minutes, I think, is how long that was. Oh, fuck. But I will tell you my thoughts on the friendship test. Holy shit. That was one heck of a reading by the Lost Narrator, and one hell of a story by freaking Mag. The part where I lost it, the part where I was broken, was definitely the generosity test,
God,
where Twilight dies. That really made me almost shed a tear, and it really broke me. That was definitely one of Lost's better things, and I can understand why, because it's her Halloween special. It was her Halloween special for last year, and usually she goes full out with the best story at the end of October on Halloween. It was a fun thing to react. It was a fun thing to watch, but it broke me. It did. And truth be told, nope, never reacted to it. And I will not be reacting to that, because if you guys have seen my latest video, my latest update for my break, you will understand why. I have basically gone over my channel and really, thought over, what is getting the most views, what is getting what here. The the thing is, the readings get more views. So I'm going to stick with what's getting me views and subscribers, which I will continue to react to some things. Things that are currently still in progress, and things like, audio drama series that are still in the works. Those I will continue to react to. For example, Daughter of Discord, The Lost Son, Friendship is Musical if Tridashi ever gets back to it. What else? But other than that, I really can't. Shut up, Sweetie Belle. I'm going to just go with that because that's what gets the views, and doing only 1 to 2 uploads per month, that would work perfectly. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Well, one of your stories actually broke me as well, didn't it?
Starlight
Yeah.
Always Friends or Not?
No. Yeah, Starlight. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun story to write and narrate. And if you guys want to know something pretty funny, yeah, when I got I Am Shadow's thing for that, when I got her file for Trixie's lines in that entire fic, I was listening to it without sad music playing and all that crap, and I almost shed a tear. That's how realistic the acting was. It really made me go, "What the fuck am I doing to poor Trixie? Oh my god!"
She's killing her.
Is there anything else in the chat?
Have you
I don't think
reacted
I can
to?
see it.
Have you reacted to Truth Be Told again? I listen to fan fictions when I do homework. Ah,
All depends on what kind of fanfic you're watching or
yeah.
listening to.
Yeah.
If you listen to a Grimdark, then you must be someone who's a fan of horror. If you're listening to something like romance or just comedy, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me actually.
I haven't actually read a grimdark or horror fic involving Trixie. Can you recommend any?
One involving Trixie. I don't actually know any others.
No.
I know there's Trixie's Funhouse, but that one is very explicit. I am not kidding. That one is not meant for kids.
No.
That one is meant more for adults.
Is it involve sex?
I think it does, if I remember correct.
Yeah.
It's basically a Sweet Apple Massacre for Trixie. If I remember correct, I think that's what Dusky said it was about. It's kind of the same thing. Oh, can I get to the live chat?
Okay, I'm an adult. I am an adult asking, though I don't really care for rape.
All depends on the description of it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that hurts.
I've been on the film fiction website. He's got sex tags, but it doesn't mean he got sex in the story.
Okay, let's see.
I like how my headphones lights up like that. You have to rewatch the video.
You can do it in
Thomas.
parts. What did you
Yeah,
mean by that, Deja Blue? 88?
I think he won one of the readings, maybe, or
Oh.
reactions.
Yeah, I'm not doing reactions anymore. Well, I am, but close. So what do the colors represent? They represent his past and his personality, which are sad, fucked up, and just, yeah, he doesn't have a very good life. he has a very sad life, and the reading is actually on my channel of his life. Gosh. No. Well, I have never actually gone that far. Deja Blue 88. I've never gone that far. That would be a yeah. I can understand that going way too far. Genital mutilation. No, I wouldn't go that far. Severing limbs? Yes, I would go that far. Haven't I gone that far? I think I have. Yes, I have.
Oh yeah, I play a certain doctor.
Yep, Mark plays Kaltstein in Unmarked.
Yeah. And you love my shouting line.
So pretty traumatic. Oh my god, imagine a grim dark where a stallion gets gelded. What's a gelded? What does gelded mean? While still awake. Mark, can you look up what that means unless that's a mistype?
What? What was the word?
Gelded?
Gelded.
Gelded? Gelded is when they take the ball. Oh my god.
Yeah. Castrate a male animal. Male, though.
Oh, for God's sake.
Cucking.
No, I wouldn't go that far. No.
Let's chop off the balls. Why not? Yeah. At least it's not Apple Bloom's tongue. Bloody hell.
That is in Sweet Apple Massacre. A lot of people think Bittersweet Apple Acres is it's just another runoff of Sweet Apple Massacre. It's not. It's totally different. Sweet Apple Massacre is about Big Mac just overreacting because the Kmart Crusaders are interrupting his peace. They're kids being kids, and he, for some reason, takes them into a freaking shed, rapes them, cuts Apple Bloom's tongue off. Oh my god.
Yeah, graphic.
Going a little too far there, Big Mac. Should I mention that I'm on Bittersweet Apple Acres, Sparrow? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, you just mentioned it.
Yeah, Thomas voices Big Mac because we call him the British Big Mac.
Yup.
he can voice him perfectly.
Yup.
Oh my god. I kind of had to stop early into Sweet Apple Massacre. I wouldn't blame you. Seeing Sweet Apple Massacre is very graphic and very messed up. Yup. 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 I don't know how far it goes, but cutting Apple Bloom's tongue off and raping the CMC, that is enough for me to call it no.
No. Nope.
Because I have certain rules when it comes to readings. One is that there can't be descriptions of God. Certain things like, what you see in Sweet Apple Massacre. No.
And also has to be at least 1,000 words long.
2,000.
Oh, 2,000. Okay.
But basically, the thing about it is, can't remember where I was going with that. God damn it. Can't remember what I was going to say. God damn it.
Sweet Apple Massacre is now on my to listen to list. Oh god.
What about her liver?
Not
Yep, Billy Con. Billy Con is not allowed in any of my stories whatsoever.
No.
that is something that I will never do. That's going way too far. What about her liver? I know what you're talking about there, Thomas. Has to do with chapter 2 of Sweet Apple or Bittersweet Apple Acres. Because Crimson gets served apple liver. It could be her liver, if you want it to be.
You didn't please.
Seeing Applejack does kill her. And I do label them as cannibals in the freaking story. See, even it makes me shiver. It even makes me shiver. So don't feel good. Or don't feel bad. Damn it. With Fluffy's creepy AJ laugh, right? Yep. Holy crap, we've been streaming for an hour? Wow. I'm not worried about length. Yep, that was definitely a creepy AJ laugh without a doubt. I got a reading coming out after my break about an experience that I actually had where I live. And none of this is fake, guys. This is going to be non-fiction. And let me just read you the title. The day I saw Slender Man.
Oh God. Any other questions about?
Yeah, any other questions?
I
Is there
don't
any other
think-
questions? If you got a question, say it now.
Or hold your peace.
Oh my god. Or hold your tongues. Oh man. And another fun fact, you guys want to know where the no, but I'll listen to Bittersweet soon. Okay. Another fun fact. Where the survey's original idea came from was that little troll voice that you're hearing now. Well, every once in a while. How consistent Sweetie Belle's notification is, that's where the idea for the survey actually came from.
Oh, come
The fact,
on! Right? Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, we have technical issues with Sweetie Belle. No, we have technical issues with Sparrow. Sparrow, can you hear me? No, Sparrow has disconnected. We're waiting for Sparrow to come back into the live show. You got me to listen to. Da da da! Correctio. Why am I holding the torch? Yeah, we're just waiting for. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
It's
good. You kind of went quiet then.
yeah, it's my internet. It's being
Yeah,
a dick.
you're.
There it goes.
Yeah, you're Princess Luna. Huzzah! Just before that. Sparrow disappeared!
But anyways, I'll repeat that if you did not hear that.
Your cam's not on, by the way.
Oh, it isn't?
No, it came off.
Let me try this. Is it on now?
No.
It does that if you lose internet connectivity. I am not really worried about my webcam being on. Can't really do much about it. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. Anyways.
What's our first reaction together? Now we have to wait. Now we get to watch Mark and all his plushies. I got quite a few plushies. Isn't that great, AJ? Thank you very much. And Sweetie Belle, thank you very much. What do you want to know about my plushies? I've got about over 40, I think 40. I am getting my OC as a plushie. Yay! Can't wait.
Am I on now?
I can hear you, but no Wickham.
Sure.
Ow!
Oh,
Sweet
shut
Belle,
up. How about
shut
that?
up. Ah,
I am
yep,
sorry about that.
yeah, you're loaded on now.
I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. It was just my internet that went down for a second. But, anyways, the consistency of Sweetie Belle, just with a little bit of a buffer, was just where the survey originally came from.
You just got no come on there.
Really? See what I mean?
Yeah.
But trust me, you guys are gonna like the sequel. It deals with much more grim aspects.
Stop, Sweet Belle, please.
The box, you are gonna love it. But it won't be out until this Halloween
I
or
don't think
a
you. I
little
don't
before
think you
that.
react own content, do you?
What?
Or someone's asking. I know you've stopped reactions, but you're still reacting to your own stuff. Still, we don't really react to your own stuff, do you?
I don't react to my own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I react to it, and it me if I. There's more.
Mark's actually got to react to the last part of Luminous Rarity still.
Yeah, it's been a hard week.
But we don't want a Grimdark ruining it for you. It's up to you, Mark. I don't know.
Yeah, Mum's sleeping at the moment.
I bet. Am I still up?
Yes, you're stop. You stop.
Stupid thing. Oof, that hurts. But the thing about the box is it has such a simple aspect to it, but I guarantee you guys are gonna probably get a shiver out of this one.
Yeah, and I told you it reminds me of a movie that Ridley.
The cube.
Yeah, I thought that's the cube, man. You must be of the cube.
And I don't know about the cube. Only that it's a little more complex than this one. This
Yeah.
one's basically someone's locked in a box for 4 days in pitch black darkness. All he's gotta do is just survive the 4 days. Can he do it?
It's a grimdark. If it's a grimdark, fuck no.
It's a grimdark.
Yeah, he dies on.
A grimdark doesn't have to necessarily end in death. That's a game show, isn't it, Mark? Need any voice actors? Not at the moment.
What is a game show, Thomas?
The cube.
Yes, is actually ITV.
But Mewtwo 2 or I don't actually need any voice actors right now. I'm just going to get stuff for our monthly Cabre done. I really don't know what my next reading is going to be. Actually, yes, I do. It's if the story ends well and the author updates pretty fast, I am going to be reading one called I'm Real. It's a pretty strange story. All right, I know, I know. Ooh, ooh, that's gross. Freaking Pepsi. ITV game show The Cube.
Yeah.
How long are we recording for? Excuse me.
Uh, might want to start wrapping up the live show if you want to, or if you've got anything else to
Yeah.
say.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I'm sorry that we had some technical difficulties earlier, but uh, at least this worked. So, yep, I hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, take care for now, and like, comment, subscribe for more if you guys want to see more readings or whatever. And until next time, take care. Sparrow out for now. Bro.
Bye bye.